Okay, today we're going to discuss why the Republican Party now is not the Republican Party that it started out as. We're going to take it from the beginning, the middle, and the end. Not the end, but the current state of the party. Now, the Republican Party started in 1854. It was a party to combat slavery. They wasn't with the slavery, so they said, you know what? We have this party. We're going to go against slavery. 1860 start rolling around, the Civil War, the Union versus the Confederacy. Of course, the Union won. Abe and them boys did their thing. They whooped the Confederacy. Now, that was the Republican Party. They won the Civil War. Abe was a Republican. That party was the party that put the first black man into Congress. Yes, they put Hiram Rhodes Revel. He was a black man. He was also Mississippi Secretary of State, a black man. That was the party when it began. The Democrats was around. They wasn't really doing nothing. They was the party of slavery. Then came FDR, cousin of Teddy Roosevelt, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who formed the New Deal Democratic Party during the Great Depression, World War II. He served his 3 terms, something unheard of. 3 terms as president. He got us through a lot. And he brought about the New Deal Democratic Party. That's when people start drifting towards that party. Like maybe that's the party we need to be with. I'm saying all that to just give a brief outline. We're not delving into nothing deep. We're talking about the Republican Party. Now, let's go to our 37th president, Richard Milhous Nixon. This is the guy that was getting us out of Vietnam, but getting us in to the war on drugs, America's long-lasting war. That's a real long war. We've been fighting it for something like 50 years now. 51 or 52 years. Now, with a piece of tape and an on-point security guard came Watergate, excuse me. Watergate came. And, they found out Nixon was spying on the Democrats. He was spying on a lot of people, bugging people's phone, tapping people's lines, just being a Republican. He wanted to know what was going on. And the Democrats found out and they wanted his blood. And he knew for the betterment of the country, this is a true Republican. He knew for the betterment of the country that he had to resign. So in August of 74, he resigned. He was like, you know what, I'm going to resign. The Democrats was like, whatever, we still want blood. Then his vice president, one Gerald Ford, a good vice president, a good Republican vice president. No offense to Mike Pence, but I'm just saying this is what the Republicans want. Gerald Ford handed Richard Nixon a full pardon. He said, here, Dick, take that with you. And Dick took it and he left with his full pardon. That's just an example. There's more examples, but that's just one. A second example is our 40th president. Yes, good old Ronald Reagan, the cowboy. Now, Ronald came in. When Ronald came in, he came in off of the back of the Iranians walking away with some of our brothers and sisters. 52 of them to be exact, in 1979. And they held on to them for 444 days. We didn't get them back to January 20th, 81. You know, Jimmy Carter was president, but Jimmy Carter, he wasn't real tough. And Reagan was an actor, so he acted tougher. And he got that spot. He got the spot from Carter. And on the surface, it looked good. It looked like Reagan was tough. But the Iranians, those Hezbollah dudes, they walked off with 8 more of our people. So Reagan, not wanting to look weak, he said, you know what I'm going to do? I know these guys over here, the Contras, they got some building material. That's what we call it on the Backstreets, building material. They got some building material that I could help you out in Iran with. Remember, Iran was under arms embargo, so no building material for them. But Reagan still was giving them building material. And boy, was they over there building. So now, with those kind of deals, people that don't need to know somehow always knew, get to know, and they told. You know, they call them whistleblowers, but on the back streets, we call them snitches. And they snitched on Reagan. And Reagan didn't know what to do. Being the commander in chief of the armed forces, he looked for a soldier, and he found one in good old Oliver North. He said, Oliver North. Oliver North stepped up, saluted his president, went to Congress, raised his right hand, and lied through his teeth. And in return, he got 3 years probation, 2 years suspended sentence, and $150,000 fine. And to top it off, to make it better, they vacated that whole sentence. And that wasn't the end of his career, because he went on to be president of the NRA. He went on to a lot of good jobs to put money in his pocket, because that's what Republicans used to do for each other. Now it's our 45th president coming down the escalator, descending into the abyss. You know, on the back streets, we know when you have money, you have power, you have new friends. And it didn't work out for Trump's new friends. It didn't work out like they thought it was. Look at Steve Bannon. He's waiting to be sentenced. Look at Peter Navarro. He's going to trial. Every day something drops about him in the news. Look at Roger Stone. Luckily, he got pardoned. Look at Alan Weisselberg. He did 3 months, 90 days, 12 weeks, and he jumped on Team USA. He got him a jersey. Michael Cohen, he did 3 years. Well, a little less than 3 years. He got out. He got his jersey, and he got on Team USA. Michael Flynn, he was a good soldier like Ali North. He served as commander-in-chief, and he got a pardon. Paul Manafort, he got 7.5 years, but he got a pardon too. Rick Gates, 45 days, people. That's a month and some weeks. And he got his jersey. He ran a suicide drill, then he got his jersey. Team USA all the way. Elliot Brody, he got a pardon. It didn't work out for Trump's team like it worked out for Reagan's team, or like it worked out for Nixon's team. Now the Republicans seem like they're saying every man for theyself and God for us all. And that's not the kind of team you want to be a part of. It doesn't work like that.